How does depression feel? It is complicated, a mixture of emotions, none of which is good. Let's take David, for example, at one of the darkest times in his life, haunted not by an enemy outside, but by his own son. Absalom conspired against his father and was ready to take David's life and throne. David and his men were on the run, and here is a psalm he wrote during that dark period of his life. Lord, how they have increased to trouble me. Many are they who rise up against me. Many are they who say of me, there is no help for him in God. But you, O Lord, are a shield for me, my glory and the one who lifts up my head. I cried to the Lord with my voice, and he heard me from his holy hill. I lay down and slept. I awoke, for the Lord sustained me. I will not be afraid of 10,000s of people who have set themselves against me all around. Arise, O Lord, and save me, O my God. For you have struck all my enemies on the cheekbone. You have broken the teeth of the ungodly. Salvation belongs to the Lord. Your blessing is upon your people. Psalm 3 verses 1 to 8. Depression is not just about feeling troubled, rejected, attacked, maligned, having to cry and fear for your life, like David expressed in the psalm above, which is like journaling his feelings and experiences. Everybody feels sad and bad and down every once in a while. That is normal. However, when those feelings drag on, when they ripple into self-depreciating thoughts that make you despise, disrespect, and disregard yourself or others, then it's a concern. When those negative emotions start affecting your productivity and quality of life, your physical and mental well-being, that is not normal. When they leave you wanting to hurt yourself or others, Houston, we have a problem. One of the triggers for depression is errors. We all make mistakes and we regret doing things we shouldn't. That's a healthy feeling that keeps us in check from making a lifestyle of our mistakes. However, when the realization of mistakes leave you feeling useless, worthless, and probably thinking you're better off dead, that is not normal. When the feeling of emptiness, misery, and despair linger, and you don't know how to get over it or how to help yourself out of it, you need help to get you through. And the fact that you need help is nothing to be ashamed of. It simply means that you are aware of what's going on. You are in touch with your emotions. You are mindful of your limits, and you are being proactive by seeking help in a timely manner. Rather than condemn yourself for the negative emotions, commend yourself for not being ignorant of what's going on within and around you. Oftentimes, it's not just about how people treat us and what they say to us, but more so the horrible things we think, say, and do to ourselves that hurt us the most. If we will step aside and look differently at the situation, we will realize that the problem is not that something is wrong with your life. None of us has a perfect life if we are sincere. The issue is the way you are seeing life coming at you. The way you see yourself or your situation may not be the truth. You may feel like your life is a mess, whereas others are looking up to you as a reference for success. Your feelings lead you into alienation because you feel terrible with yourself or with others, or just for self-preservation because you recognize that you are in a vulnerable place and you don't want people dumping crap on you. Guess what happens next? You feel alone because no one dares to scale the walls with which you have imprisoned yourself. Then you tell yourself that nobody cares, which is often not the truth, because those who care can't approach because of the walls you have barricaded yourself with. Then you feel stuck because you are suffocating in a stale and dank environment. There is no energy. There is no will to do anything. And there is no way out in front of you. You don't know what to do and you don't feel like doing anything anyways. Even when you eventually come around to wanting to do something, you have no idea of what it is you should be doing. Often, there is no one around to talk to because we have shooed them all away. Then we turn inward instead of outward and dig ourselves in deeper, condemning ourselves for being ugly, awful, ungrateful, and mean to others. The vicious cycle just keeps spreading, trapping us tighter and making escape harder. Sometimes you can put a finger on the trigger on why you are feeling the way you are feeling. Some others, you have no idea why you feel the way you feel. The trigger for that downward spiral could be anything: unkind words or treatment, guilt, fear, a misstep, whatever. It doesn't really matter if that trigger is a big deal or no deal at all. It just pushes the button that shoves you down that negative trail of thoughts, feelings, and actions. You feel like you have no control over when depression descends and how long it lasts. Like you have little choice but to live by its up and down dictates. I felt so for years until God broke through those helpless shackles and delivered me. Consciously walking that process with God made me aware of the obvious and subtle undertones at play when we start slipping down. It changed my perspectives about me, about life, and subsequently about the power I have within to make essential and sometimes critical changes that influence my response to situations that pull my triggers, as well as the outcomes. It made me aware of my choices, my responsibility, and the need for accountability. If I must live above what drags everyone else under, I will be sharing those lessons as we go along so you can become aware, sensitive, and observant of your own process in hope that you will glean whatever you can to help you navigate those dark and dreary paths. You may or may not understand what causes you depression. That's okay. That's not your job to figure out. There are people who are dedicated to researching and discovering that. Leave it up to them. Let's focus on how you can learn from your experiences in order to make healthy choices that could possibly reduce the adverse impacts and help you get on your way up. The goal is to help you get up and stay up, and you sure have a role to play in that. Even when you work with professionals, they will consider your situation and provide customized approach to helping you. Note the words, they are helping you, but no one can help you like you. I cannot emphasize enough the active role you have to play to see your dreams come true. God wants the best for us. Our loved ones want the best for us. And so do those who are helping us in whatever ways they can. Still, nobody can do what we ought to do to get us where we need to be. Nobody can do you like you, and nobody can do you for you. You got to be committed to it more than anyone else. You must be determined to get the best out of it, or you won't. And like I said, you are not alone. I will be sharing life choices and changes that helped me break through and get over this malady for good. Keep in mind, though, that different things work differently for people, so you will have to learn from available resources to find what works best for you and commit to consistently applying them until you see the results you desire. Don't forget to subscribe and share this with family and friends. Be inspired. You are a star, and it's your time to shine.